Hey vlog, it's currently 5:03 in the morning. Let's go to Seward, Alaska. So we got ready and went to the Alaska Railroad, and from there we took a train from Anchorage to Seward, and we had some cute little breakfast at this little polar bear cafe. And then here's us outside about to get on the train. It was honestly really cool. And then here's just another picture of the train. And then I even met an Aggie inside. Anyways, here are the seats. They were pretty comfy. And then I just wanted to put this in to show where we went and where we were going. And then we saw so many pretty mountains on the way. We even saw some goats on the hill. And there was this girl that was over the speaker kind of explaining what we were going through and just so we could learn a little bit more. And here's between the two train cars, which I thought was kind of cool. Anyways, there was even the seating area upstairs. We were hanging out up there. And then just here's a cute picture of Eden and I. The ride was about 4 hours long, but it was totally worth it to see the amazing mountains that we saw on the way. And then here's us in this upstairs little viewing deck on the same little bench. And then after that, we went to the caboose of the train, and I thought that was super cool. And then we passed by this super cool lake. Then, after a little while, we finally made it to Seward, and then here's another picture of us outside the train. We went to our hotel to go check in, and if you didn't know what you were looking for, there was no way you were ever going to find it. We had to go up these stairs with our luggage to get to our room, which was kind of crazy. We were right in the middle of downtown Seward, which was super cool, and it was really live, and I really liked it. And after that, we headed to go get some lunch, and we walked there, which was awesome. And this was our view. Anyways, we went to Ray's, which was a waterfront little restaurant, and I got sablefish, which I'd never had before. Here's a view out. It was so cool. You got to see one of the cruise ships that was there, as well as some mountains in the back. 60 North Adventure took us to Kenai Fjords National Park, and then we set off on our hike to Exit Glacier, which was super fun. And then here's some of the glacier water that we saw flowing, and then my dad had to stop to feel it. Then we kept going on our hike up. Here's us crossing this super cool little baby river. And then we finally made it to Exit Glacier, which was honestly really cool. And you could keep hiking, so we kept going. And then this is a better view of what it was, but it was so crazy to see how much it was receding. And we saw lots of stuff,
Lots of
including
ice, lots of water coming off the glacier.
then my dad got his drone up in the air, which we found out what you were not supposed to do that later, but it's fine. Anyways, here's us right outside of Exit Glacier. Gorgeous little picture. Then we went back downtown and went to this super cool saltwater taffy place. And then here's us getting saltwater taffy. And then we also went to this bakery, and this was one of the croissants that we got. Then we headed to the Seward Pier, walked down, checked out some of the boats that were there, and it was honestly really cool because all of them looked kind of different. And then here's another cute little selfie. Then after that, we headed to go hike. We went to Two Lakes Trail, which we actually almost gave up on the way, but we ended up finding it, which was so awesome. Here's us walking across another little bridge, and then we ended up finding the waterfall, which was so pretty. And then on the way back, we saw Holland House, which was originally built in the 1900s and was part of Millionaire Row. Then we headed to grab some souvenirs at Alaska's shop, and we saw a whole bunch of hand-carved little creatures. We saw polar bears and little Eskimo people. And then after that, we headed to Flamingo Lounge for some dinner. And this restaurant was seriously adorable. We did have to wait a little while, but it was definitely worth the wait. That's a crab cake, and then here's some of the salmon we got. Then we headed back to our place, got ready for bed. Then it was like 10:30 and it was still bright outside. Anyways, thanks so much for watching day 2 in Alaska. We'll see you tomorrow for day 3, and we're headed onto the boat.